All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
I'm Marzac.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Dr. Marzac. And if you do me a favor, you have to speak up a little bit because she has to take down everything you said. How are you presently employed?
I'm self-employed
Okay, self-employed as what?
as optometrist.
You're an optometrist? Okay, can you describe for the jury what an optometrist does?
We check eyes, identify any conditions of the eye, disease, treat disease, prescribe contact lenses and glasses. Really pretty much it.
Okay. What kind of education do you have to become an optometrist?
It's a doctorate in optometry. It's 4 years of undergrad and 4 years of graduate school.
Okay. And where is your, you said you're self-employed, right?
Correct.
Okay, where is your practice located?
7400 San Pedro, Suite 19, that's inside of North Star Mall.
Okay, inside of North Star Mall. And do you see patients at that location?
I do.
Okay. Now, may I approach, Judge?
Yes.
Dr. Marzac, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 92. If you could just take your time and look at every page of that document and let me know.
The prosecutor flips the script here. Instead of arguing against the diagnosis, he's turning it practical. Could this man even see a stop sign without glasses? It's a smart strategy. Jurors don't need to understand diopters or -3 prescriptions. They just need to picture someone struggling to read a stop sign until they're 20 feet away. That mental image could be the difference between sympathy and suspicion.
If you recognize that.
Yes, those are exam notes.
Okay. These are exam notes, records.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the name of your business?
Marzac Eye Care.
Marzac Eye Care. Does Marzac Eye Care regularly keep records?
That's correct.
Okay. And are those done in the regular course of business?
Yes.
And it's your effort to maintain accurate records.
Right.
And it's your business practice to maintain accurate records.
Absolutely.
And did an employee or yourself make these records? Okay. And it says electronically signed. Who electronically signed those records?
Dr. Anna Marzac.
Okay. So that's you.
That's correct.
Okay. On what date?
Let's see, 7/30/24.
Okay. And do these records contain eye care information on an individual?
They do.
Okay. What individual is that?
It's for Tyler Ashenbaum.
Okay. What is the middle initial on that?
J.
What's the date of birth?
1/19/2000.
Okay. Judge, at this point, I would tender Defendant's Exhibit 92 to the state and offer that.
So could I have parties approach?
Yeah.
And we're not on the record. All right, and so defense, what exhibit are you offering?
My mistake, Judge, that would be Defendant's Exhibit 93.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense exhibit number 93 is admitted without objection.
Now, Dr. Marzac, turn a few pages here. Are these exam notes from Tyler J. Ashball?
Yes.
Okay. And then these records, what was going on that these records, or I guess what was the purpose of this appointment, or why these records were kept?
Taylor came in complaining of vision blurry at distance.
Okay. And was this just a regular annual exam?
Yes.
Okay. Now that, and so what is the assessment part of this, these records show?
He has myopia, and he has also irregular astigmatism, bilateral myopia and irregular astigmatism bilateral.
Okay. Can you explain what bilateral means?
Both eyes.
Both eyes. And can you explain for the jury what myopia means?
Myopia nearsighted, he can see better up close than he can see far away.
Okay. And that would be the same for both eyes?
Both eyes, correct.
Okay. And then you stated irregular astigmatism bilateral.
And that means that the front part of his eye is just a little bit uneven, or the curvature is not perfect.
Okay. And bilateral means that's in both eyes, correct?
Also, yes.
And can you describe for the jury what or explain what an astigmatism is.
That's just uneven curvature to the front of the eye.
Okay, how would that affect someone's vision?
In general, affects our vision under dark conditions as well as when there's glare involved. So it causes a lot of halos and distortion.
Okay, so it causes halos and distortion. And you said something in relation to darkness. Can you explain that?
Under dark conditions, our pupil dilates, and when the light hits the front of the eye, it affects our vision a little bit more when it's uneven.
Okay. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but would that mean it would be a little bit more difficult for somebody to see at night who has an astigmatism?
That's correct.
This is where it gets interesting. The doctor explains that astigmatism makes vision worse in the dark, causing glare and halos. Imagine trying to drive at night and every streetlight looks like a starburst. That detail isn't just medical. It could support the defense's theory that their client wasn't fully capable of seeing clearly. Here's the big question. Should poor vision excuse dangerous behavior, or is it still on the defendant to take precautions?
So what about this?
All right, state any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Hi, is it Dr. Marzac? Okay, so I'm Jason Garahan, I'm a prosecutor. I think I just introduced myself outside in the hallway, and that's the first time we've met. Is that correct? Now, with Tyler Ashball, did you actually ever examine his eyes?
Yes,
And when was that?
24. The date of the.
What it says on the July 30th, 2024? So that's the first time you ever viewed his eyes or examined his eyes, I guess.
No, I seen him before.
Okay, and what year was that?
I saw him the same year.
Same year?
I saw him in March of the same year. Mhm.
So March of 2024?
Mhm.
And then when else did you see him?
2018.
2018. And so in between that time, 2018 to 2014, did you have any contact with him at all?
No.
And did he ever come into your facility to get his eyes, like the annual checkup or anything like that? And so his vision in 2024, to be in particular, July 30th, 2024, what was his vision?
2400 without anything, without any correction.
Without any correction. And so I guess, how do you do that in negatives?
Well, nearsighted prescription is always negative and farsighted prescription is always positive.
So what's the number of negative for him?
-3 with some astigmatism, -350 with some astigmatism.
So that's in 2024.
Correct.
So what was it in 2022?
22, he wasn't seen.
So
In the same year in 24, and back then it was half diopter less. So
okay,
his
so
prescription was lesser at that point.
sorry, I don't mean to talk over you because court reporters try to get everything down. So I apologize. But so you don't know what his vision was in 2022, but in 2024, it was a -3.
350 and -3 on the left.
Okay. And so I guess in 2018, when you saw him then, what was it back then?
I don't recall exactly, but I believe his prescription was -250, which would still correspond to about 2200, maybe one line better.
So you don't know for sure. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, very poor.
Very poor?
Mhm.
Well, would that be described as, like, say, a -3 is either moderate to, mild to moderate myopia?
I would say moderate.
Moderate. And that's a -3.
Correct.
And then a -2.5, which you said that he probably had in 2018. That's a little bit better than
A little, not a lot.
not a lot. I mean, if I'm a -7.5 without my contacts, should I be driving?
No.
And what about a person with a -2.5? Should they be driving? I mean,
Correction, no. With correction, yes.
with glasses or contacts, right?
With glasses and contacts, that's so we describing correction without correction vision.
Without correction, yes, ma'am.
With glasses or contacts, he had seen 20/20.
So can you describe to the jury what would probably happen if somebody was driving with a -2.5 without glasses or contacts?
Objection calls for speculation.
Judges,
Overruled.
expert.
We'll just, all right.
I mean, it's it would be difficult.
Difficult. Would they be able to see stop signs?
At some point, yes.
And what do you mean at some point?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. So when they got
Notice
to
how the
someplace
defense
at
is
20 feet,
carefully
they'd be
laying the
able to see a
foundation
stop
here.
sign.
By confirming these are regular business records from the doctor's office, they're building credibility. Why does this matter? Because jurors trust documented routine medical files more than someone's memory alone. What do you think? Does this kind of evidence feel more reliable to you than just witness testimony?
What about a car?
Clearly.
What?
Clearly.
Clearly.
Mhm.
But they would be able to see something that's coming up
Right.
ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. What about a car?
And you need, they should be able to see, with a little bit of haze and stuff.
And what about you talked about the astigmatism that if they pulled up to, say, at nighttime in the dark, and they pull up and there's street lights, those bright street lights that light up the street, or say for the street lights that are on parking lots, what would that cause their vision to have?
I mean, it will help a little bit.
It would help a little bit. So it would be beneficial to have additional light.
Right.
Okay. So they could see clearer then.
Clearer, not
Clear.
clear. Yeah.
Okay. And so if somebody pulled into a bright parking lot, they would be able to see around better than it was if it was on a dark road.
I guess it depends how far. How far is the vehicle they're looking at.
Okay. And so
Today's courtroom moment takes us into fascinating territory: medical testimony used as a legal weapon. The defense brings in an optometrist to prove their client's vision may have played a critical role in this case. Think about that. Something as ordinary as an eye exam could sway a jury's opinion. Stick with me, because what sounds like dry medical jargon quickly turns into a high-stakes battle over what this defendant could and couldn't see.